Today we're going to make this lovely Blue Apron meal, beef and summer corn enchiladas. Again, this is the recipe card and the ingredient card, so our ingredients, which I've laid out already, and the list. So we're just going to confirm that I got everything out. First thing it says is we need 1 1/8 pound of thinly sliced beef. That's already done for me, so I don't have to do any of the slicing. 8 flour tortillas. They've already provided those for us. 3/4 cup of jasmine rice, which is that right there. 4 ounces of Monterey Jack cheese. That would be this package, as you can see. 3 cloves of garlic. I already broke those out of the head. 1 15-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, which I have to get out of the pantry. 1 bunch of kale, that's those. Ear of corn. 1 lime. Cilantro. And the Mexican spice. And now I'll start prepping up. Oh, thank you. My trusty assistant has brought me the tomatoes that I was missing. Thank you, Liam. I appreciate that. So now that we have everything according to our card, let's go ahead and start diving into the instructions. So it tells me to go ahead and preheat the oven to 475, so I'll just kick that on now. In a large pot. Ta-da! It says we're going to combine our rice, this, and salt, and 1 1/2 cups of water. So, a pinch of salt. In this case, since it's for just seasoning water, regular salt is just fine. And I had already measured out 1 1/2 cups of water, which is what it says we need to combine. So, I'll just put that right into the pot. Alright, it says heat it up to boiling on high. Once it's boiling, cover. That's what this bad boy is for. And we're going to reduce the heat down to low and cook for 12 to 14 minutes. And then once that starts boiling, I'll cover it up and we'll let it simmer to cook the rice through. Remove and discard the husk and the silk of the corn. We're going to cut the corn off the kernels straight down to the cob. And then we're going to take the kale. And we're basically going to get rid of this stem. And then we'll chop the leaves up for that. Peel and finally chop our garlic. And then we're going to take our handy cheese grater and we'll grate down our cheese. We'll chop up some cilantro. We'll take those off the stems and then chop the leaves. And then we'll quarter the lime so that we can probably juice it, would be my guess. So let's get started with that. Okay, so you can see that the rice is been to a boil. It's still bubbling a bit. I've already lowered the heat down to about a 1, and it says to cover, so we'll set the timer for that. So the rice is done, the timer went off. What we're going to do is take the lid off. All I'm doing is making sure that we get it kind of fluffed. So we're going to go ahead and grate the cheese. This is just your regular cheese grater. This cheese is very soft. Cheese is grated. Corn is off of the cob. Kale is chopped. Cilantro is chopped. Garlic's chopped. And I went ahead and quartered the lime. Put a little salt. I put a little bit of pepper on here. Some pepper right here. So I'm going to add some olive oil to the pan. It said to do half of the meat at the time. So I'm calling that half. All good. Okay. Making sure that it's separated up. And give it a minute. This will cook quick because it's very thin. And then I'll get the other half in with the other half. And on down. And then get that out of the way. And again, we're just going to break it up. Beef looks like it's good and browned on all sides. I'd say both sides, but it's curled up. So instructions say to put it into our rice that we had cooking already. And you can see that it's fluffed up a bit, and it's not as wet as it was when I first took it out. So I'm going to set that out of the way for a second. Like that. And straight into the pot. Now, one thing to note, because we're going to use this pot again, the pan rather, the skillet. Note that there's all this yummy brown. I forget, I think it's Emerald calls it the yum yum. So, again, I just put a little bit of olive oil pouring into the bowl, into the skillet rather. And you can see there's still some leftover bits of the meat, the beef. It did say a couple of minutes tops, so like 2 minutes. A little bit of salt, just enough to get it a taste. A little bit of pepper, again just enough to see it on the corn. Corn is browned up. This is the spice blend. It says to put half in, so I'm just going to eyeball. Smells really nice and fragrant. It's 30 seconds, so we're literally just getting this mixed in. And then the kale's coming into play. We'll add some water. Salt and pepper it again. Cook it for 2 minutes. And then it's going into the pot with the rest of the stuff to party. So, 30 seconds have gone by. Kale's going into the party. Water into the party so that we can get a little bit of that moving around. Nice steam. You'll see that the kale is going to wilt. Now we got a pretty cool mix going here. Directions say 1 to 2 minutes, so we'll do this for 2 minutes, and then we're going to put it in the pot. And then it's time to make some enchiladas and get them into the stove, into the oven. Take the top off the main enchilada mix. This is going to be the filling for the enchiladas. So into the pot. This will go. Again, it just smells amazing. So hopefully it tastes as amazing as it smells. Alright, so that is good. Set that down. And I'm just going to give this a quick little mix here. Trying to keep everything in the bowl, so if you're wondering why I'm not going crazy. Garlic's going into the pan. You can hear it hit the sizzle. Medium high. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Now you see it's browning up. This will be quick. It literally took maybe 45 seconds. Stirring. Once I get it calm. We're going to salt and pepper it again. Okay. 2 to 4 minutes. It's going to thicken. We're going to take it out. And once again, we'll put this into the pot. Alright, apparently this is jammed up. This is the remaining spice blend that doesn't want to come out of its package. Alright. Got about another minute. And we'll be ready to go. Our enchilada sauce is done and ready to go into the filling. So we will pull her forward and get it right into the pot. You can really smell that Mexican blend of spices. Everything's now in our one pot. Again, gently mixing because I don't want to have anything flow over. You can see that the rice is starting to take on the color of the sauce. We're going to salt and pepper this again, and we're going to roll over to the counter and roll some enchiladas. It may look like I'm going crazy, but trust me, I'm not. With the salt and pepper, it's barely any salt and pepper that's been really added. This is our prep dish. It doesn't say that we have to do anything to it, so we're going to put a little bit across the bottom. These are our enchilada shells, flour tortillas. I don't claim to be the best enchilada roller, but the basic premise is put some filling in. I don't want to overfill it. And then kind of roll it up. It's going to go into there. And that's it. Got our enchiladas all rolled, some filling on the bottom. Now we're going to try to gently spread this on top. This is the last bit. Then we'll put some cheese on. 8 minutes in the oven, 8 to 10. So everything that'll cook quick. We're just going to melt the cheese, make sure everything's thoroughly cooked through. Alright, so the last thing that we need to do is get some cheese on this. And this is going to make for our totally awesome enchiladas. Just trying to get enough on all of it so that we get some good Monterey Jack cheese. We're going to take this and put it in the oven. It's already heated to 475. We did it at the beginning of the video. 8 to 10 minutes. We'll bring it out and we'll see what it looks like. Sounds of deliciousness. Oh yeah. Got that. Set that right here. All right. Smells good. Plate them up. Oh, there we go. Take it over here. Give it a little bit of cilantro across the top, and a little bit of lime juice. All right. There we have it. 2 beef corn enchiladas. I'll let you know how it tastes. I like it. You can taste the seasoning and the rice. It's a good mix with the beef. It's tasty. It's good. And the cheese is nice.